They want to see that cute face. Come on.
Oh, Bismarck's being a little ham.
Thank you.
Are you just embarrassed by my outfit? It's fine. Hey guys, it's Harley, and today I'm finally filming a Q&A video that I've been saying I was gonna film for like 6 months now. The gang's all here, minus my husband. I'll insert the questions onto the screen probably here as I answer them so you can read them along with me and you can see who asked them, because I'm not going to try to pronounce names. We all know, oh, there's a fungus gnat. We all know I struggle with pronunciations, so yeah, I'll just put the question here so you can see it and I don't have to struggle with words as much, hopefully. The first question, how do you know when a leaf needs to be pruned off or if it's better to leave it? Thanks. Plants are here to give me joy, and if the leaves aren't giving me joy, I cut them right on off. Basically, if it's turning yellow or it's getting weird spots on it, I would say to definitely cut it though. Just within reason. You don't want to cut your whole plant or it won't be able to get energy. When did you start collecting plants? Love your videos and pics. Thank you so much. I started collecting plants around last November, December-ish. If you had money and space to collect any entire family of a certain species, which one? I love philodendron plants. Their foliage is all so unique and beautiful, and I love that it trails. Fairly easy to care for. Some of them are kind of finicky. Yeah, definitely philodendrons. I would put hooks every few inches on my ceiling, so when you looked up, it's just like hanging philodendron plants. Can you imagine? How do you remember the watering schedules of so many different plants? I actually don't remember a watering schedule. In the beginning, I kind of stressed about watering them on a certain day, but now I just kind of have a feel for my plants and what they need. I kind of inspect them as I'm walking by. If I notice they're looking a little sad or they're showing signs of thirst, I'll water them, but if not, I don't water them. So I don't really stick to like a schedule. I just more walk around every morning and inspect them. It's a lot easier of a process to follow that way, I promise. From the same person is, what plant do you have that's the easiest to take care of? There are so many easy ones. Probably the easiest. Wow, I don't even know. Oh, definitely my pothos plants. Those are the easiest to care for. My best friend. How do you keep plants alive? Asking for a friend. This concerns me because we went plant shopping one time and I'm assuming she's killed the plants. I keep plants alive by basically ignoring them until they look not as good, and then I take care of them. What's your absolute favorite plant? Love all your videos. Keep them coming. I definitely will. Thank you so much. I have a lot of fun here. My absolute favorite plant is definitely my... Oh, wow. Why is this such a hard question to answer? Absolute favorite plant. You know what? I think it's my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It's just so easy to take care of and it grows so fast. How far do you think your plant obsession will go? Side note, when will you have Monstera adansonii cuttings on Etsy and how much would you sell them for? My plant obsession will go very far until the point that when I'm indoors, it still feels like I'm outdoors in a tropical island, to put it lightly. It's not going to end anytime soon, so we're not gonna stop until that's how it feels. As far as the Adansonii cuttings, we have had them on Etsy once before. They sold so fast. We sold them for $7, I think. We do have some rooting now, so they should go up in the next month or so. We just want to make sure that the roots are strong enough to survive shipping. Where would you recommend buying plants that are very inexpensive? I'm trying to grow my I'm trying to grow my collection, but I'm on a tight budget. There are several places I can recommend. My Etsy shop, all of our plants are $10 or under, so I think it's pretty affordable. Or if you're looking for very, very expensive, I recommend walking around your local mall and taking cuttings. Not saying I've done that. Tell us a bit about you for once instead of plants. I love them, but connecting is great too. How old are you? I am 24 years old. How did you and your husband meet? We actually met in high school at a homecoming football game where our schools played each other. We went to different high schools and my friend introduced us. We shook hands and I remember being really embarrassed because I spilled hot chocolate all over my hands. We shook hands and I was like,
great, now he thinks I'm weird because my hand was covered in hot chocolate.
He says he didn't notice, so I guess it was fine. That was the first time we met, but we texted for a little while after that, but then it kind of like, we like stopped texting. Anyway, and then any other hobbies? I like to draw, I like to do nails, I'm a licensed nail tech, I love hiking, shopping for houseplants and walking around my house and examining all my houseplants and also taking pictures of my houseplants and talking about my houseplants any possible minute that I have of every single day. and cuddling my dogs. How do you keep bugs away / get rid of them on your plants? I keep bugs away by examining my plants every day. That's really all it comes down to. I devote half an hour in the morning to walk around and look at all my plants, and the first sign of a pest, I take it away from the rest of the plants and treat it however is necessary. I'll normally wipe down the leaves with a soap, essential oil, water mixture, and then spray it off really well. How are you still receiving plant mail safely, assuming it's cold there? Have you had any experience with packaging warmers, and if so, do they work? I've received many packages this winter well below freezing temperatures, which is bad, I know, but I can't stop ordering plants. Packaging warmers can work and they also can't work. It all depends on how the company does it. So they can cause problems, but they can also help. But I definitely say if you're given the option of ordering a package, a warmer, then to include that in your order. Besides your mom, does anyone else share your passion for plants as well? Husband, sister, etc. Who does? Oh, my best friend does. Her name is Andalee. We met working at Dillard's a year ago. She's actually the one that introduced me to my favorite plant nursery. Her house is a jungle, and I actually thought about doing a video where she does a houseplant tour of her house because her house is really cute and full of plants as well, and she's just a really cool gal, so maybe we'll do that. How do you maintain your plants in the winter? I live in a snowy area similar and don't want to lose any of my plant babies. Also, do you think you'll sell cuttings from your variegated monstera or raphidiflora? So first, about the cuttings, I do have raphidiflora cuttings rooting right now, so they'll go up in a month, hopefully, depending on how the roots grow. The variegated monstera, I definitely will have cuttings at some point, but I recently took like 4 cuttings, 3 of which were for that giveaway for my hitting 10,000 subscribers, and one of them I gifted to my parents, of course. So I'm just seeing the first signs of growth on the variegated monstera, and I want to give it a little bit to recoup after all that stress of being cut and sliced in so many ways, so many times. So yeah, that probably won't be for a while. Maintaining my plants in the winter, I just make sure that my house is at least set to 68 degrees. Oh, I have my humidifier running for a little bit longer than I normally would in the summer, just because with the heat being on all the time, the humidity is like none. So yeah, that's what I do. What has been your most difficult plant to care for? Hands down, fern. What's your most embarrassing or memorable nursery / plant experience? My mom and I were at our favorite J&J nursery, and someone who subscribes to both of our channels approached us. I guess it was kind of embarrassing because I'm so awkward and I was not expecting that at all. But that was definitely memorable / also embarrassing just because I'm an awkward person in general. Is there such a thing as too many plants? No. Is there any advice you'd give to a beginner plant person? The number one advice is to neglect your plants a little bit. Nobody really told me that at the beginning of my plant obsession, and that would have helped save a lot of poor plants' lives if somebody had told me a little bit sooner. Rest in peace. It's all a learning curve. What plant in your collection is the most rewarding? And I would have to say it is my variegated monstera. There are several others as well that are super rewarding that came instantly to mind, like my indoor citrus tree, crossandra, my fiddle leaf fig, avocado plants, just because it's so exciting to see a new leaf unravel and seeing if there's going to be splits in it, as well as variegation and what kind of variegation it's going to look like. It's just a really cool experience. What plant are you dying for but can't get your hands on? The first thing that comes to mind I've completely given up hope on is a pink princess philodendron. Have you ever cried over a plant, and why? Ha ha, I know you have. Yes, I've cried over multiple plants before, the first of which being my variegated monstera, just because it was so beautiful and it was so weird how I happened upon it. It was the day I hit 10,000 subscribers that it came in stock on stevesleaves.com, and that was my number one wish list plant. Some like divine intervention. So I cried a little bit when it came in the mail because I was so happy and so crazy. Do you name your plants? There are a few that get names. I don't know how I decide which ones get names and which ones don't. It just kind of happens. If I look at a plant and I see and like it comes to mind that it has like a personality, then a name is just instantly associated with it somehow. Would you ever do a plant swap with a viewer? Asking for myself. Yes, I absolutely would. Just feel free to message me on Instagram. I can't swap with everybody So I don't want anybody to feel like super let down if I'm unable to swap with you. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I would say that that's that. Thank you so much for all of you that submitted questions. And like I said, if you asked a question you would really like answered, please leave it in the comments down below. I do respond to all comments I get. I will answer any additional questions down there. Let me know what you thought of this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye!